how you doing? Sunday, January. Hey, darling, what's today's date? Sunday what?
24th.
Sunday the 24th. Almost into January already. I'm gonna be running some concentrates tonight. I already showed you guys how I set it up with the on yesterday's video on the multi-sluice feeding into the gold cube. He'll be bringing the gold cube by later on. We'll be setting it all back up and running. I don't know how much the guy's going to be bringing over, but he's going to be bringing over some concentrates from him mining out there at Sheep Creek. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the gold cube does on the end of the multi-sluice today. So, until later, Ray Rusaw signing off. Okay, everybody out there in the gold world, this is what's your name again? Rod. This is Rod. He had about a half a 5-gallon bucket there. We can see the shadow, or a third of a 5-gallon bucket of material that he uses Hydroforce nozzle system out there, high banking. Hydroforce hooked up to a high banker, and we're trying the gold. We're going to go ahead and run the 4-stack unit gold cube. We'll be monitoring how much gold comes down into here. If I start seeing it really flooded hard, then we'll stop and do a clean out. And when it comes down to when we're 100% done, we'll check these trays individually as to the gold count, as to where they're at, and how far gold might have migrated down through the gold cube. And the nice thing about it is, odds are we probably, if there's no gold in this, there's no gold in that tailing, so all we'll have to do is just run the cleanups from, we'll concentrate these all down into however much it becomes, a quart or whatever, and then run it back through the gold cube or the multi-sluice one more time. He's not too sure of the gold count on this one. So is this one run or is this 2 runs?
One run.
This is 1 run of concentrates out of his high banker. And we figure what, 3 hours or 4?
3 hours on this one.
About 3 hours of high banker with the Hydroforce nozzle. So we'll see what kind of gold it comes out of it. Definitely gold showing up higher up there. I know the camera don't hardly pick it up, but we'll see it here in a bit. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Okay, we're turning off the water. We're going to look at some gold here. One of the things I learned there is just for you guys that's got it, try to remember to pull this back like that. I put these extra screens on the hopper because that prevents clumping of sand. Sand is such a pain to work with, but putting those screens in there keeps the clumps from going out. And look at the gold. Let's see if we can zero in on it here. Okay, there's the, now the UR up here has got some and the black sands. First strip. Coming on down. Try to go this slow, right, if you can.
Don't drink that, Buster. Don't drink that. Oh, no.
There we go. Now we got full length of it. Okay. And this section that I'm at right now is the halfway point. Okay, here's 5/8 of the way down. There's gold. 3/4 of the way down. There's gold. Not as much, it's not as deep, but there's gold. All the way down to the very last strip. So we know there's going to be gold in that top tray of the gold cube. But we're going to go ahead and leave that alone. Clean this one out and start panning this and then run the next bucket. Okay, re-firing up another bucket. This one here is closer to almost half full. So we'll see.
I need to do it quickly.
Okay, and here's that first mat. Okay, and here is the second run, third clean out, second run. There's 2 clean outs into 1 5-gallon bucket. And again, we're looking at gold all the way down here to the very end, as well as up higher.
Clean that one separately.
Okay, here is the first mat of the gold cube, and a small amount of gold. I don't know if this camera is going to pick it up. We'll know more when we actually pan it down. I don't know exactly what the gold cube calls their matting system, but I'm glad to see that it don't look near. It only looks like it's
Looks like 4 times.
looks like about that much of it might have gold laden material, and I don't think the rest of it does. So apparently our multi-sluice did a good job, but we'll find out in the pannings. Okay, so I don't forget, this is the top tray out of the gold cube to the top tray, and that looks to be about 4 to 5 tablespoons. He's cleaning the secondary tray to right now, and it's going to be in the little black finishing pan tray. That way I don't mess up and see which pan goes to what. Okay, in the top tray of the gold cube, now this is filthy dirty. We did not pan it down very good. It looks like 69.5 grains of gold. And it's very dirty, so we did not pan it down. I kind of got in a rush because I got to get on the computer.
Right. I'll explain this.
And this is in the first tray.
That was the complaint.
Okay, this was my bad. I didn't actually weigh out tray number 3 versus tray number 2, but combination 2 and 3 number trays of the gold cube came out to 19.4 grains. 19.4 grains in tray number 2 and tray number 3 of the gold cube.
Right. Want to do the second tray first?
Okay, and it doesn't really matter. I already did tray number 4. I just wanted to show that the third tray of the gold cube had that much in it. I'll show the weight here in a minute. There was no real weight to number 4. There wasn't enough gold to mess with number 4. Number 3 did have gold.
That's it.
Okay, this is the plague of beach sand gold. I don't know if you guys can pick it up without if you look right at the very top edge of the crack, there's a couple of, minus 200 pieces of gold right there. This is the bottom tray of the gold cube. But now we're going to take each one of these pans, tray 1, tray 2, tray 3, and tray 4, and run it back through the multi-sluice, and then we'll go from there. Well, guys, the fun's over. Everybody's gone home. It's all up to me now to just sit back, relax, have a beer. We had gold in the house tonight. Wasn't my gold. Next week, maybe. But there was gold here. I'm real impressed with the gold cube. First time I ever got to play with, well, second time I got to play with gold cube. The biggest thing I like about the idea of using the gold cube after the multi-sluice is instead of having to rely on running the entire 5-gallon bucket or 10-gallon buckets or 15 gallons worth of buckets of concentrates, I can rely on filling the multi-sluice up with gold, taking a break, cleaning the sluice matting out, putting it back in there, and continue to run that entire 15 gallons. And at the end of the day, if I paid attention, now this is a big key, if I paid attention to my multi-sluice mat, and I didn't let it get overburdened with gold. Yeah, I know we all wish we had that problem, overburdened with gold, but if the multi-sluice didn't get overburdened with gold, then the gold cube don't have to have a lot of material in it. And anything that came out of the bottom of that gold cube is just pure tailings. I don't have a problem with throwing that away. And it's so much faster. The gold cube generates a lot of concentrates. Each one of the trays, that's a lot of panning. Each one of the trays. I love the product, but at the same time it leaves a lot of panning. I can just take that, each one of those trays, rerun it right through the multi-sluice, and I'm done with it. So, you know, if I start hitting the gold really good again, which I know I'm gonna, I'm going to be rebuild my dredge. Once my dredge is rebuilt to the new configuration, I'm going to get some good gold. I'm going to have a lot of buckets to pan, and I don't feel like panning lots of buckets of sand. But if I can just pan a few tablespoons at a time, like the multi-sluice is supposed to do, Bob's your uncle, as they say down south in that bottom part of the earth. Faster, easier, gold in my pocket, ready to go. And that's the name of the game. We're the Gold Hog mat and multi-sluice, big dredges, high bankers. It's processing as many yards as you can, as fast as you can, and at the end of the day, not having so many gallons and gallons of concentrates. The feller that we did that video on today, he don't use Gold Hog matting. That's why he had great big, half 5 gallon bucket full of concentrates in just one run. My big triple dredge don't produce that much. That's what it's all about. Least amount of work, most capture rate, gold your pocket at the end of the day. Gold Hog Products, you're on the right track.